In theory, this should work. Stop streaming, settings. Okay, we're live, cool. Hey guys, so quick one here. Using the GPT builder, you have the ability to create very powerful chatbots and agents, i.e. assistants that can automate a lot of things. I've created a few bots here. The best one I would say would be, most likely be the Leads GPT. If you look at the agents here, you can see, sorry. If you look at my Leads GPT agents here, it actually has a few very powerful agents. One of them being the lead collector agent, which actually performs a few functions and connects directly to the Gohighlevel API through your high-level integration key. So if we quickly break it down to API or Gohighlevel, API, I'll just go to developers. There we go. You come to developers and you go to the actual documentation, number 2. Right, and the objective here is to show you how to create sub-accounts in your agency settings. So if you in here, if you type in create location or create sub-account, okay, for many locations, you can see it brings you down to this API documentation. Now I'm not going to go into too much details here. I'm just showing you where this origin is coming from. Essentially, what you got to do is you got to fill in. You have to collect all the data in order to create the actual account, just as the same as an actual lead fills out a form or a survey or submits a lead magnet. That's how you create them. With the API, it's a bit different. It's much easier. And in here, the way I had it before is I actually had this agent or this whole assistant, the high-level assistant. Sorry, the high-level agency assistant that manages the location adding agent. I had this agent within a separate chatbot, and I decided to remove it completely because it got confused between adding agencies and adding sub-accounts. So without further ado, what this does, this location adding agent is an AI assistant designed to automate and onboard of new B2B clients by adding the locations to the user's CRM through direct API interaction. Functions are simple. We get to the company, the leads insights, we get their business details, websites, and then we collect the contact details from the websites, create a location, and create a user. Okay, so to implement this, it's as simple as taking your agent, going live, clicking the link, copying the link, and then in your agency dashboard, going to your custom menu links, adding it as a link, and then you can see over here in the agency assistant, it pops up as an actual full screen assistant. So we'll start from scratch, the top, reset, and we'll simply say, find B2B opportunities for my business niche, and then add them to my CRM. So it says, absolutely, to help you find agencies, I'll need to perform a series of steps: identify, collect, enrich, and create locations in CRM. It's cool. So we'll tell it to, we'll use the map search function. Cool. It asks us to please provide a specific criteria or location. So we'll say, can you pause this? Can you please pause this? Settings, pause. Can't pause it. There we go. No, you can't pause. Set color. So I'm just going to have to go through the noise. Sorry, guys. So quite simple. Identify source. So let's find and identify. Find and identify maritime shipping companies. Okay, maritime shipping companies. They're everywhere in the world, right? So if you look at maritime shipping companies, just to give you a good idea of how to perform your actual search, if you go to Google Maps, it's exactly the same thing, right? You can actually scrape it from Google Maps directly. Okay, Google Maps. Okay, so whatever you search on Google Maps, you'll find you can scrape with the agency assistant. So we'll search for maritime shipping companies in Florida. Okay, you see we got a few good results here. So you can see that if you had to find these, this is exactly what they look like. So we'll come back here and we'll say in Florida. So Florida is located in the US. Okay, and you'll see that it'll use the map search function to find them. Yeah, actually shows us, their Google My Business map photos, their logo, their reviews, so we can, gather more information about them to decide whether we want to add them as potential leads for our CRM. So we'll say, yes, please proceed. So now it wants to go and collect their company insights, which will find their revenue and a few other parameters. Once we have those parameters, we have essentially gathered enough information to create the actual sub-account, but we need to also create the user for the sub-account, so that's why we need to dig deeper and use the emails and contact scraper to scrape the websites from these 3 companies. So you'll see that it'll go, you see it brings in here founded, employees, revenue, social media links, key contacts. It'll find 3 top contacts per company. With this information, we can proceed to create these companies and new locations in your CRM and set up the users for them. Would you like to proceed with these steps? Yes, please. Now, guys, the reason this is so powerful, in my personal opinion, is if you set your template that actually sends them an email, because this is reverse engineering it. You're giving them access, cold access to the account. It's up to them to log in. So it seems there's an issue with the creating location in the CRM. Company ID. Okay, so we'll go and we'll just simply go get the company ID from the GPT builder. I can't remember exactly. Oh, no, so this is happening because I didn't add a default parameter in the company ID field, which is very easily to fix. Come to the company ID is going to be in the Leads GPT. Customization, data, here we go. We'll simply collect the company ID real quick. Okay, and we'll tell the AI, please use for the company ID. Okay, so I did that sort of on purpose to show you that you will run into errors, but the way you fix it is by simply getting the data and giving it to the AI to update, which it will do now. It will now update the parameter, and the locations have been successfully created in your CRM. So, perfect. So we can see there's Antlion Marine Shipping Corporation and Seacore Island Lines LLC. So if we go and reload our CRM, to just reset to the last or latest web version, you'll see these companies have now been added, and the users have also been added, and they've been invited to the platform as well, because it's all automation. So we'll see. Here we go. So what were they called? Antlion, and the other one was Seacore. Here we go, Fort Lauderdale. If we go look at the actual account, you can see they've been successfully been added. A snapshot's been loaded as well. I just want to make sure that the user or staff has been added. Just want to make sure that, because that'll be okay. So if none were added, then you want to go back, and essentially you'll see that that's probably the next step. So if you go back to the AI, you want to double check that these guys have actually been added to your agency as team members, because then you can just assign them manually. Okay, team members, you're going to go find those guys. Okay, Christopher Thomas, so you want to go do more cruises. Alright, if they're not there, then you simply go back to the AI and ask it, please add those companies to my to these locations. Cheers, guys.